Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons. Love this movie.
Only because there's Linnea Quigley in it.
Well, sure.
Well, that's a bonus. Let's be honest. This is a pretty good film.
It is. It is.
It's a solid, like, I mean, yeah, it's set up as like a B grade film, but honestly, it has some A quality special effects, and
yeah,
it's like it's kind of like a Evil Dead. It's that campy,
along that.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's just.
So it came out in 1988, limited release around the country. I think it was in New York and Detroit and a couple of the big cities, and it killed it at the box office. And they made 2 more movies.
Plus a remake.
All
with the same director.
Yeah. Wait. Same director. Weren't there 3 movies? 3 Night of the Demons?
Yeah.
I don't think he directed the 3rd one.
Oh, he did it?
I don't think so.
Kevin Tenney, right?
Yeah. Kevin Tenney.
Tenney.
He did direct this, though. Witchboard. You should check it out. He also did Witch Trap and something called TikTok before TikTok was a thing.
Huh. Oh, like a clock.
I'm assuming something along that line.
No, not 10.
But the plot of Night of the Demons, I'm assuming most folks have seen it, but
He's only 68.
okay.
Demons.
Okay.
Night of the Demons 3.
Okay.
Which I think he was just mostly, he was the writer for it.
I'm thinking of the writer.
Yes.
The writer wrote Night of the Demons 2 and the remake.
Yeah, so he directed Night of the Demons 1, wrote Night of the Demons 3, and then was the producer of the 2009 Night of the Demons.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And the writer of this one was Joe Augustin, and he also did part 2 and the remake.
Okay. So they were all,
Yeah.
My bad.
So it stars Kathy Podwell as Judy. Have you ever seen a movie called Earth Angel?
Earth Angel.
It was a made-for-TV movie
Angel.
in like 1990, 91. The only reason I've seen it is because of riff tracks. And it has like one of the Laverne and Shirley. I think Shirley's in it. Eric Estrada's in it.
Estrada.
Luke Skywalker. What's his name?
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill. He's in it.
Oh, dang.
He's one of the main characters. And she's in that. I had to put that in there. A little choppy. There's a cat hopping up on my setup over there.
Yeah, and we don't want the kitty to be, messing with our video as we're recording and like accidentally put on some porno or something.
Yeah.
Cats do that.
Alvin Alexis as Roger, and he hasn't done anything of note. Nothing of note.
Okay.
He worked until 2003 and stopped acting.
Okay.
So,
but no videos that stick out?
I didn't see anything that jumped out. Linnea Quigley as Suzanne. And I don't even call her by Suzanne. I just call her Linnea Quigley.
Well, she's one of those actresses. Yeah.
Yeah. And she, if you haven't seen her Return of the Living Dead review, go check that out. She's in that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of... Oh. That's part 2, but I have part 1 over there.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Graduation Day. Yeah. What are you looking for?
I was looking for her.
The part 1?
Yeah.
It's the cassette. It's the bottom one over there on the right.
Oh.
The big fat one.
Okay. Yeah, that's buried.
Yeah.
I can't get to that. Sorry, y'all.
Cassette. The VHS.
Same difference.
Yeah.
VHS stands for... Wait.
The opening song of this is a banger.
Oh, yeah.
I like that. I like the old school 80s synth music that they use in movies and stuff.
Did they do that in Return of the Living Dead?
Yes.
No
Retreat, No Surrender. Great soundtrack. Love it.
Yeah. That's half of the movie. Like, it has to have one of those good soundtracks. Except in various cases, one movie is also great because it has without the soundtrack. Like In a Violent Nature, which if you haven't checked that one out, check it out.
Yeah, we did a review on that.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the notification button.
All that stuff, sure. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's almost obligatory to mention that in every video.
Yeah.
If you're doing YouTube.
I mean, people know.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. Just do the thing if you want.
So it opens with a banger of a song.
Care. Yeah.
I just like talking about movies. and they're making fun of an old man or something.
Oh yeah. Hey Stooge, check out the old fart.
Yeah, and he had his underwear on still, but he pulls his pants down.
At that point, I'm like, dude, you missed a golden opportunity. I would have mooned him. I've mooned someone on the freeway before.
Why?
Oh, okay. So this old
Tangent.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's bodacious boobies, sis.
Right? I saw
What?
that. Dude, this guy, and it's like, it's one of those bras where it's like barely covering the nippy.
Right.
And he's sitting there like, yeah. And then he's sitting there like creeping on his sis the entire time.
Because he had his mask on, so I was thinking he was going to jump out and scare her kind of thing. And he did.
Yeah.
And then he says, bodacious boobies, sis.
Yeah, those get any bigger. You need to pay someone to tie your shoes.
That's super weird. It's always been a weird line.
Yeah.
It's like famously weird from this movie.
And it's not just that. Like, I literally have on here, brother is a creep, because multiple times throughout the film, he's sitting there, like, talking about her honkers.
Yeah. Yeah, when Jay comes over or something like that to pick her up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and then, yeah, that was just like, he multiple times, he just randomly talks about her titties.
Yeah. It's weird. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I've never talked about my
It was
sisters
the 80s. I don't know what was going on. I wasn't doing
like that. I never talked to my sister that way. I've never talked about my brother that way. My cousin, on the other hand, well, you know.
But you get Linnea Quigley butt shot.
Mm-hmm. Full on, bent over, just flaunting it.
She's being a distraction for the workers so Angela can steal a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, Angela's just running around. Who's Angela played by?
I forgot.
Oh.
Man, she is low on this list. Amelia Kincaid.
Yes. She's only 60. Hmm.
Okay.
She also did books.
She was in Knight Rider.
Really?
And the rest of her known for is Night of the Demons. 2, 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, her last movie was part 3. And she hasn't acted since.
She was
in Roadhouse?
apparently also
Uncredited. Oh,
she is a pet communicator, and the last line is Kincaid has made the celebrity circuit with her psychic skills. Dun, dun,
Oh, jeez.
dun.
She's turned into one of those people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And written books. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know,
That's too bad.
I want to go down that rabbit hole, but
Right.
okay.
So okay. There's a bunch of kids. Stooge,
Raj,
and they
and
pull up to
Helen.
the house. This is a pet peeve of mine in horror movies, or any movie for that matter. They say, "Okay, there it is. Stop the car," and then they show the house, but they're like 2 blocks away still.
Yeah, so you can get the wide angle shot. I'm just saying, like, as us,
Pull up. In
We're
real
not-
life, you pull up and then you
it's,
look.
It's just one of those like weird Hollywood things. Although, oh no, that was the other group. That was Jay, Judy, Fanny,
Okay.
and
I don't know. There's 10 of them, so I mean.
oh, this one has a pretty big group of people, unlike your stereotypical like teens in a
Yeah, I didn't know half of their
stereotypical
names.
horror scenario. Pick a spooky place, throw in a group of horny teens, add alcohol and possibly drugs,
Yeah, a party.
and
Start killing them off.
yeah,
That's
that's it. Like,
that was 80s horror movies.
yeah, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but this one, this had a larger group than some of the other ones. I mean, or at least
Higher body count.
yeah. So
They're partying.
yeah,
And then
I can't-
Angela's like,
I can't remember the other guy that was with Fanny that wore the scrubs.
I don't know. The one who is with the Asian girl?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
who
don't remember. his
stopped
name.
and was
It was
like,
like Brad or something.
yeah, you guys need a hand.
Yeah, that guy.
D-Bag Jones.
Yeah. So they do their partying. Angela says it's seance time, and they're going to use a mirror. And the mirror breaks. And then the shot they use here with the broken mirror pieces, and each person is in a different mirror piece.
Yeah.
That's a really cool shot.
Oh yeah.
I like that.
Like, oh, the effects on the film, fantastic. Yeah, I mean, obviously, jump forward quite a bit.
Yeah.
Through, because getting to the action. Yeah, shit hits the fan. They do one of those old school rituals, kind of like, you know, back when you're a teenager, like, light as a feather, stiff as a board.
Well, I'm trying not to do like an hour review.
And then, yeah, shenanigans breaks down. We're trying to get to the, you know, the sexy bits.
Yeah, well, I mean, Linnea Quigley gets possessed.
Yeah, she's
Like a
the first one possessed.
she's the first, yeah.
Yeah, And then she goes from having this sweet little airy kind of voice to, well, not, yeah. I think that's her.
A more forceful tone.
Her natural voice, or at least the voice she used in Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Was more. Yeah,
She's
super
very
talented actress.
Yeah.
Like that way. Yeah. Also, a great set of pubes.
Linnea Quigley kisses Angela, and then Angela gets possessed.
Yeah.
Or something. I'm assuming that's what it was that did it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's similar to what they do in the remake. I saw the remake before I saw this one, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, it's kind of like zombie rules, if you bite or bodily fluidize someone.
Oh, gotcha.
Or something like that, I think. Yeah, that's at least what
I thought it was like passing the breath. Because it's like an air that comes into her. Linnea Quigley, for the first time.
Or, no, because that's not the case. Because other people, they die and they don't get, like, nommed on or tongued down.
Yeah?
Yeah, never mind then. Ignore me.
Okay. Quigley's face turns into a demon. I have that written here, so I assume it did at that point in the movie.
Yeah.
I just can't remember which part it was that did that.
Because her face turns in. She goes to the bathroom with Stooge.
Right.
But she locks Stooge out of the bathroom. She's standing in, on the sink in the mirror, looking in the mirror, and then all of a sudden, bam, demon face.
Okay, that's what it was. Angela's doing a weird sexy dance.
Yeah.
Or something, and she choreographed it herself, and it looks like it.
Half of it, and then for like the first, 3/4 of it, there's not even any music.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like, this is a really weird sexy dance without any music. And then the music kicks on. I'm like, okay.
The radio turns on.
Yeah. Now I'm comfortable with this for some reason, because you ever just see sexy dancing without music?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, in this one instance right here where she's just sexy dancing, like without music, it's like, it's weird.
Who was in there with her? It was Sal, right?
Yeah, it was Sal.
Kind of the Brooklyn accent guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Tough guy. And Stooge comes in. Sal leaves because he's weirded out.
She being kooky.
Stooge comes in and starts making out with Angela, and she bites his tongue out.
Yeah.
Rips his tongue out with her.
So Stooge gets possessed.
Stooge gets possessed. And then we go to Quigley, Linnea Quigley. Now, here's where she's being weird, with makeup all over her face and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then boobs.
Yeah.
And I think she's...
yeah, and then she's like...
Yeah, she's drawn, like, around.
And I could tell that this was a fake, at least a fake titty.
Yeah, you can. They did it well.
Oh, yeah. But it's just, obviously knowing what to
Fun
look
fact.
for. Plus also seeing her...
The guy who casted her chest to make the fake boobs ended up marrying her.
Really?
Linnea Quigley.
So she is married?
I don't know if she still is.
Oh, okay. Huh. He's like... So, after we're done here...
Exactly.
You want to go out?
I want to go out with you.
You want to go out? My eyes are up here, but sure.
And then
did I ever tell you how I met your mother?
Yeah, that's actually a really funny story to be able to tell you kids. And she puts the lipstick into her nipple and she shoves it in.
Yeah, with her finger and all.
It disappears, but this is a good effect.
Oh, it is. Like, it's funny because like the finger is just like pop.
They either cut it really well or something. When she pulls her finger out, there's no hole.
There is, I don't know what it was made out of, but if you pay really close attention, like under the actual nipple, like part of the technical term is like areola, there is a small little crease.
Oh, on the piece?
On that piece, yeah. There's this, because, having seen this movie before and everything, I was actually paying attention, not because I was looking at titty.
So it was latex and it just snapped back into place once she pulled her finger.
I think so, yeah, because it looked like there was, like I said, it was just...
It was well done.
Oh, it was. Yeah. You really had to, know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Gary, your titty expert.
Yeah. This guy's going through frame by frame. All right, I got to see if I can see the...
Bube, bube, bube. Fake bube. Bube, bube.
I have here... I wasn't sure where to put it. So Roger and a girl were trying to escape.
Yeah, Roger and Helen.
And Helen disappears.
Yeah.
She didn't have a big part in the movie. She was just kind of there as a body.
Yeah.
Roger hides in the car, and then the girl's body lands on the car? That was Helen? I assume.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get it. Her face was jacked up.
Yeah, I
On the
can't
hood.
remember. Can't remember exactly what happened to Helen. She was a side character, not of. I mean, she didn't really fit in any of the stereotypical cliche roles.
Right.
You know, you got.
She was there. She was a body count. That's there's 4 or 5 of those.
Oh, exactly. And I'm sorry, but for these movies, yeah, it's just like you want to know the stereotypical cliche roles that that if you're ever gonna write a movie featuring a group of horny teenagers, and you want to know the stereotypes, or at least the stereotypes of the 80s, just watch The Breakfast Club.
Ah, there you go. Yeah.
And add in at least one ditzy one.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta have a ditzy lady or a stoner.
Full frontal nudity from Quigley. Linnea Quigley. I do not remember that.
Oh yeah, no, like Bush.
Yeah, well, it was the 80s.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
And that was the way they had the actresses in the 80s and 90s grow out their bush so it would hide the labia.
Yeah, well, and I mean it was a maintained bush.
We go into depths on this in the Return of the Living Dead.
So I guess
there was a whole spectacle behind the scenes there with her and Bush.
Yeah, but no, it's like it wasn't like I don't know why I said Bush. Like, oh my gosh, dude! It was like, you know how in Don't Mess with the Zohan, and it's like mine is the biggest. It was like, oh my gosh,
it's not like an afro or anything.
Yeah, no,
it was
just
maintained.
Standard Bush. It was like, dude, like holy crap, I forgot about this. And then, yeah.
And okay, so Judy denied Jay. Because Jay was trying to get some. Judy was like, "No, we're not doing it."
Yeah, because he assumed that she was
he thought she was
slut.
easy.
Yeah, but she's like, just because I went out with Sal once.
You think I had sex with him? What are you talking about?
And Sal is like, he may be a creep, but he's
What are you doing? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. He may be a creep, but
Go ahead. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
we don't want to pay for the
Jay
rights.
Jay finds Linnea Quigley in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And
this is where the full makeup or your body paint.
The full frontal and all that comes into play. So she starts riding the guy, and then her face goes demonic.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, it's a cool scene.
Oh yeah.
And then she gouges his eyes out with her thumbs.
Yeah.
Asian girl.
So I know how Dave wants to pass away.
Yeah. Asian girl is riding some guy in a coffin.
Yeah.
And Stooge comes in.
And they're like, "We don't want you looking at us, you pervert." And then he's like, "Rrr."
"Oh yeah, yeah." He twists her neck, and then slams the coffin door on the guy's arm
repeatedly,
and it chops off the arm.
Guy's like, I mean, in all fairness, especially if you're like mildly claustrophobic. I mean, dude, I'm actually claustrophobic, so that I would freak out. In fact, you know what? I don't think I'm ever gonna do it in a coffin.
Okay. Don't. I mean,
decided.
I don't know when you're gonna.
We
have
at the
that
Demented
chance.
Collective do not recommend doing it in a
Do it.
Just do it. Fun fact, by the way, Shia LaBeouf is apparently with Mia Goth, and they have a kid together. Weird. I don't know.
I don't really follow his news.
No, I only found this out because I was at work and one of the clients like, "Is he still acting?" So I pulled up his one of those his page, and
is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Here and there, it's mostly like nothing major.
Sure.
He's just kind of doing what he's doing. I mean, he probably is making bank off of even Stevens.
And the residuals from the Transformers. And
he can do what he wants.
Movies. Yeah.
And then found out, him and Mia Goth have had an on again, off again fling. They've been back together since I want to say like 2020 or 2022, and they have a kid. I'm like, that's weird. I mean, like, I didn't picture those two. How did they meet? I don't know.
Maybe at a premiere or something. Yeah. Anyways, back to
interesting.
Angela is now a demon searching the house for everyone.
Yeah.
And they're hiding from her. Judy and Sal come across Linnea Quigley with the body of Jay.
Yeah. I think we can get him hard again. Necrophilia joke number 2 in this movie.
And then Quigley goes demon again. And then I think she's chasing them now also.
Yeah.
Well, they all are. All the ones who died.
Except for Sal. Sal was still alive at this point.
Okay, yeah.
Roger's
still alive.
Yeah, and
Judy.
Judy. And then excuse me.
And everyone else is dead.
Yeah, and then Judy ends up on the roof, and
Judy and Sal come across Quigley with. Wait, where I did that. Judy's trying to escape.
gets up
Yes,
on
and
the
they're on the
roof.
roof. Yeah.
And then Angela creeps up behind her and scares her, and Judy like falls and is doing the dramatic hanging, and Raj is on the lower part of the roof, like, just make it this way, it's okay. And then Sal tackles Angela off the roof.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, he wasn't actually a douchebag.
Right.
I mean, he literally sacrificed himself to try and save Judy.
Because he falls and impales himself.
Yeah, I like that they did the little campy thing where he's like, he's sticking around. He decided to stick around, and there's the pull, and then right behind him is the tombstone that said Sal,
Whatever his last name is. Yeah.
Birth date, died tonight.
Yeah. No, that was fun. It's good that they can do that. That's how they know they're not taking it seriously.
Yeah, it's good, campy fun, but I mean, also just saying, if I was in that situation and I'm on top of a roof and one of my buddies is a pole sticking out of his chest and a tombstone magically appears that said that, I'd be like, oh shit, funny, but some crazy shit is at work here, guys.
Judy falls, and her and Roger are running from Angela again. They go down to the basement or whatever. There's a crematorium.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And Judy lights a flamethrower, but it's like a gas pipe.
Yeah, she breaks off the pipe and
torches Angela and Stooge.
Yes.
Then Angela and Jay come after Judy and Roger. And Roger jumps through the window or something.
Yeah, he's like, fuck this, I ain't gonna, so he jumps through the window, and then Judy follows him, and Roger's like, we made it out, we'll survive. And Judy's like, dumbass, we need to get over that wall because...
And there's no fence.
Yeah.
The fence disappeared. Or the gate.
Yeah.
The gate disappeared.
Because, flash forward, douchebag nurse guy, well, I don't know if he was necessarily a douchebag. But, guy used the stethoscope and was like, dude, check it out. There's an entire underground stream this thing, and the wall is on top of it because legend is the dead can't cross running water, which is a very common legend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's I think dates back to even English folklore.
Like Sleepy Hollow, Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. In fact, that was one thing that was very common. Cross that bridge over the stream because the headless horseman can't cross. Evil can't cross running water.
Oh, weird. Because I see in the paranormal shows, they always say that water amplifies activity. Because it's not real.
Oh, I guess it's like as things change and stuff like that. But old school things, like even old school vampire things, legends where they can't cross running water, and it's pretty interesting. It's because water is a universal lubricant, I
guess,
or something. I don't know. Lube. But so, anyways, tangent. They run to the brick wall.
Yeah.
And then Raj is trying to be all like, a gentleman, like, get up over the, wall, bitch, but he doesn't call her a bitch. And she goes to climb, but it's barbed wire.
Right.
And she's like, ow, I can't. And he's like, fuck this, I'm a man. And he climbs it, and he's like, yeah.
No, he's not saying yeah. He's saying ow. It's hurting him.
Well, yeah, obviously, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, he's been the scared guy the entire time.
Some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, my dad taught me to pray real good.
I don't know.
I mean,
it's 1988.
Yeah, but him saying that, I'm like, is there bad praying? Is there a way to not pray? I thought that thing is just we can get in that whole religious philosophical thing.
I don't know. Anyways,
never. Anywho, but yeah.
Roger makes it over, and he's lying on the ground, and she's kind of hanging on to the top, part of the chain. What was it? Razor wire, barbed wire. Yeah. She's hanging onto it. Her hand's bloody,
and they're trying to pull her down.
Right.
Or that's what they want you to believe, but in reality, they were trying to rip her dress off so they could see some of them titties. And then,
what?
What? Demons.
It was 1988. Yeah. Okay, 1988.
That's how I choose to perceive how that event was going down.
You psycho.
They're all it wasn't them being we're gonna murder you. It was them being show us your titties. They're just being a little too aggressive about it.
Okay.
Or I could go do the other thing. Show me your butthole. No.
Okay.
It was the 80s. You never know, man.
Sure.
Anyhow.
Sure. All right. Roger ends up saving the day.
Yeah. He falls
Last
off
second,
the fence.
he pulls her hand up.
That wall, and then, jumps back on.
Yeah. Because it looks like he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Like he's like crying on the other side or whatever.
Yeah.
Then at the last second, he reaches over
He
and gets
found
her.
his huevos rancheros.
And
His
then
cojones.
they're safe. Sun rises, and you see them just kind of like walking down the
Yeah, just
sidewalk.
and old fart from earlier is like
Yeah, the old guy that was made fun of at the beginning.
yeah.
This is the weirdest ending.
I know.
It's so out of nowhere.
Yeah, because like I mean, you did show him in the other where he has the apple and he has like the packet of razor blades.
And he's crotchety. He's a crotchety old man
yeah,
kind of thing. So
and then he ends up taking one bite of a piece of apple pie.
that his wife made for him.
Yeah, wait, you just made this? Yeah, I do something with all those leftover apples. Ooh, like two razor blades pop out of his neck.
He put the razor blades in the apples.
Yeah, remember that old thing that they had in the 80s?
Okay.
I'm in Candyman. Made a
Okay,
reference to
it's all
that.
coming together now. Every time I've seen it, I've never caught him putting razor
It
blades in the apples.
was-
So I thought the wife was just killing him for the heck of it.
Yeah, no, it was.
And that's not the end of it. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was heavily, I think it was one of those things that was supposed to be implied because at the after he has all that stuff fall down, Judy tries to be nice, but he's a dick and calls her a whore,
Right.
even though it turns out she's not a whore. I mean,
Right.
her bra says otherwise, but just kidding. And so, yeah, it's I think it's heavily implied he put razor blades in apples, and then
Okay, that
The
makes
wife.
more sense. And it was just accidental, and he
Yeah.
killed himself kind of thing.
but
On accident.
yeah.
She didn't know the razor blades were in there.
Oh well, the way
So I've
she
always
ended
thought-
it, where she kisses him as he's like, ding,
Oh, so she knew.
"Happy Halloween, dear," or
Okay.
something. I
It's
don't
still
know.
a weird ending.
That is weird. I mean, I like it.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I like
it
this
was-
movie. This is a great movie.
Yeah, and that ending, it was kind of a fun little like B story.
That's true.
But
Because you're not going into this to watch Halloween.
yeah,
You're going into this to see Night of the Demons, kind of a B movie, fun ride kind of thing.
yeah. So it's cool to have that extra little side story, and also see that D-bag get his, I guess, comeuppance.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, he called poor Judy a whore, and she wasn't being a hoe.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the end of the movie.
Her and Helen were the only ones that didn't show titties, and Angela. Angela showed butt cheek.
I mean,
Oh, wait, no, she did
the
catch
Asian
titties.
girl, I don't even think
No, she
you
saw
might
some.
catch a nipple,
You didn't catch like one nipple.
but I know she used an arm to cover
Well,
when they were
here,
doing the wider shots
boom, eep, snap.
kind of thing. Yeah.
All right.
What's your take on this movie? Where are we doing on numbers on this one?
You know what? I'd give it a solid at least like 7. It's above average. It's good, campy fun.
Mm-hmm.
Special effects were phenomenal. I mean, it's. It's no Evil Dead, but it's
Yeah,
it's still a fun film.
it is.
Like I recommend watching it. Definitely check
100%.
it out. Yeah.
You should absolutely watch
10 out of 10.
Night of the Demons.
Like recommend, but
Yeah.
if we're talking about like, actual grade, yeah, 7.
I'll go with you. 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a solid
above average.
film. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
Especially when you look at a bunch of other horror comedies, this one is definitely better than a lot of them, or even parodies.
Yeah. Well, especially in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Like I enjoy all those, especially if they're from the 80s.
No, 80s
But-
was a solid year
yeah.
for films.
I
And music.
just I like that movie, so
Yeah. Fashion was terrible though.
I still need to watch Witchboard, and I have it right there.
Me too.
Get around to watching it. So I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no. Recommend it if you like titties. Or if you just like
Good special
horror and
effects.
comedy. Yeah.
Yeah, horror comedy. It's a good movie. It's
Yeah,
fun.
just check it out.
Yeah.
But,
But that's it for us.
yeah. And as always, stay demented. If you have any comments, go ahead. And any recommendations, we are open to them.
Anything you want to see us do, let us know.
Yeah. So,
All right. Until next time.
stay demented.